Winnie.
The National Unity Platform, NUP, held its second induction meeting for members of parliament elected on its ticket as preparations for the 12th parliament continue. During the meeting, the legislators agreed to use parliament as a platform to advocate for justice for all individuals detained over politically related cases and to continue pushing for the protection of human rights.
We continue to demand for the unconditional release of all the political prisoners. We continue to demand for the unconditional return of His Excellency victoriously. We continue to demand for those trumped up charges to be dropped. We continue to demand for those who are missing, including one from the Melendez family, Asia.
As you can see, small in number, big in commitment. And we are determined to make a difference in Parliament and outside Parliament.
Former leader of the opposition Winnie Kiza and former Maogola County Member of Parliament Gareth Namga were among the key facilitators at the training. They urged the legislators to work closely with colleagues from other political parties whenever issues affecting the people they represent are being discussed.
There are areas where the two of you will need to go maybe to the field together. One, you are going to do your oversight role as members of parliament. But two, as shadow ministers, you need to understand the docket very well. That when you are going out with your minister, by the way, at some point in that parliament, shadow ministers were more informed than the real ministers. At some point, most especially on issues of policy. When you read your policy very well, for them, they are very busy. They tend to be busy and they know that nobody will question them. But when you get to understand what is happening in your ministry, the civil servants in the ministry will respect you. Even the minister himself or herself will respect you. So the relationship can be that you even share information.
Yes, then too, going to ministers, it is not a crime for you to go to a ministry. That is a government office. A ministry is a government office. That is not an office of the NRM. We have failed to differentiate the difference between a government and NRM. You've not gone to where is their offices? Where are their offices? Have you gone to Shadon? If you go to a ministry, that is a public office. Please go there and demand for your people. But my kind request is put these things in writing. Once you make a demand, say for a health center in your area, for an hospital, put it in writing. Write to him, go and discuss, then make sure that your people know that this has been written by a member of parliament as a request from the people.
The MPs were reminded that Parliament is not a battlefield but an institution for public service. They were encouraged to focus on representing their constituents effectively, noting that much of Parliament's work is carried out through committees. They were also advised against creating unnecessary divisions between themselves and members of Parliament from the ruling National Resistance Movement (NRM), which holds the majority in Parliament. Leader of the opposition Joel Senyonyi cautioned the legislators against engaging in corruption, warning that doing so would amount to betraying the trust of the voters who elected them and could have serious consequences.
In Parliament there are many temptations and you will see them. Please don't fall victim, as some of our colleagues have fallen. You know, we talk about these things and some people get angry with us, including colleagues on the opposition. This Senyonyi, why does he like talking about these things? Because they have been called and in the night they will go somewhere to pick over 40 million, over 100, or, you know. Let's not fall victim to these things. Let's manage what we get and operate and fit within that. And then we get to serve.
The MPs, on their part, pledged to advance the interests of their constituents despite being in the minority.
Representation of people through NUP must be seen across the country, not only in those 50 constituencies where we announced winners.
We should hold this government accountable when we ourselves are ready. First of all, we have to do intensive reading as we've been advised, and according to the way they have prepared us.
As NUP or as opposition in general, we want to prepare ourselves on how we are going to deliver our mandate of oversight, of putting government, keeping government in check, especially the shadow ministers, because we have the biggest number from our caucus.
We know that when we are united, we can push the agenda of the people, and at least we can be able to achieve something out of this.
The meeting held at the party headquarters in Makere Kavule also saw the election of the leadership team that will coordinate NUP MPs in Parliament. Lydia Feli Akulu, NTV Tonight.